Good morning. I haven't done a vlog in a while, so I thought, hey, it's a beautiful morning. I'll sit outside and do a vlog, right? So that's fun. I've got my coffee here. Mm. So usually I eyeball coffee, right? Just kind of like, dump, 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 dump. That looks good, right? But the other morning, Kara made coffee, and Kara is fastidious about, measuring it out. She's got a chart of, liters and then scoops on the side of the fridge to make it, just perfect. And so she made some really good coffee the other morning. So this morning I measured out the coffee, and you know what? It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Sometimes when I make it, it's delicious. Actually, most of the time when I make it, it's delicious. But sometimes it is not. And I guess I've been avoiding the measuring because I'm afraid I'll intellectualize coffee. And what happens when I intellectualize things is they get much more expensive. So if I start reading about coffee and learn about all the different kinds of coffee, and then I'll want, like some sort of like civet shit coffee from who knows where, right? Don't read about it too much, Brad. You won't be able to just drink the cheap stuff anymore. Not this is super cheap. It's IKEA coffee. So it is still pretty cheap. Gosh, and it's a beautiful morning out here. The water is just like completely flat, except for a few fish jumping out here and there. I'll show you real quick. I mean, it's it's like glass out there, right? So the other night I watched this documentary that I'm still really quite excited about. It was called Being Napoleon, right? So it was a documentary about the decision process for picking the guy who was going to play Napoleon in the reenactment at Waterloo on the 200th anniversary, right? So already I'm just like really excited about that because you've got like history, languages, and then like ordinary people, who are just like trying their hardest to do like their very best, right? So kind of focused on like two main guys. So one of them was American, the other guy was French. The American guy, played it as a much more like, regal, admirable figure, right? All the good side of Napoleon, the leading his troops and all that. The French guy was batshit crazy. His entire business was reenacting. He made costumes for it, and he had he called his own house his empire, and he had a picture of it was basically the royal picture of Napoleon, like after he gets crowned. Well, he crowns himself, right? He takes the crown from the Pope and then puts it on his own head. But it was replaced with this guy's own face. Just batshit crazy stuff. So it was a really good human story. It was very interesting, and then I fell into speaking random French because so many of the reenactors were speaking French wherever they were from, whether they're from Germany or Italy or England or wherever. They did have some of the interviews with English-speaking people conducted in English. The two main guys who were vying for the job of Napoleon, they both spoke English, even though one of them was French, right? But his name was Frank. So it's a very French name, Frank. Hey, Frank. France, the Franks. So yeah. Then poor Kara, after watching this, had to deal with the fact that I was speaking bad French for the rest of the evening and telling her all about the entire history of France. Yeah, that's how she fell asleep, listening to me start at the Gauls and go through the Merovingians into the, modern period. Why was I so excited? Because it was a lot of fun. And I don't want to ruin too much of it for you, right? Because I think you should definitely go watch it because it's a beautiful story and it's out there on Netflix right now. But yeah, I hope you are having a good morning as well. I'm gonna get to some coding.